right. Just paint it white. Hopefully it turns out great. No drips. There you go. Now we can always just try and hold it up there, but pull it away. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Nice.
So Roc Paint Division is the City of Rochester's mural program. It employs youth to create murals in different art centers around the city.
Like a lot of bright colors, or do you like maybe like one? A lot, like a variety of bright colors. More colors are better.
I think this project was unique because it was really led by artists that are working in the community. So, you know, we all have our own projects, our own careers, and we kind of came together to collaborate on this project. So I think the youth really got to see, you know, or have mentors that are working artists, and I think that was, you know, kind of a unique aspect to this.
Generally for our murals, our theme is growth. And we talked a little bit about how we wanted to represent that for each mural, and then we kind of mapped it out for each spot that we'd be painting on.
The other perspective was an older and a younger child, like shaking hands as like a sign of unity and growth, I guess.
Those hands are perfect. Yeah. That's like a great reference.
The first pose that's already incorporated into the sketch of her feeling like free or like as if she was flying.
Maybe even a little bit of a darker purple will help in the back.
Like which purple? Like this is the same one that I use on the middle.
So one of the challenges of working at Flint Street was the block or tile surface that makes up that wall. So we knew that we weren't going to be able to paint directly on the walls, so we had come up with the plan of making plywood cutouts. So for the flowers, as well as the figures and every portion of that mural, actually, it all had to be physically cut out of plywood with a jigsaw. And then for the flowers, we were able to individually paint those layers that lay one on top of each other, sort of similar to a screen printing process. I would say that altogether, they each probably spent close to 10 hours cutting on their stencils.
We had to cut out every single little piece, like just to get that detail into it, and like sometimes the blade would break and it was just forever. I don't know, I felt like forever. I felt like we were doing it for weeks. I never thought I would have a job like this. Like I just did art just for fun, like, and just like when I was sad or like when I had like stress or something, or in school, like I would draw. But like I never thought my first job was gonna be like being an artist or anything. But it's like, it's really fun, like hearing about other people's jobs, and then like when I tell them mine, they're just like, oh wow, that's really cool. Like, yeah, like I really enjoy it. And like when I'm at work, I don't feel like I'm at work. Like I feel like I'm just home. Like just being around more people and like communicating with them and like working with them and seeing how other people work and like talk to other people is just, I feel like it helped me.
I'm saying both pinks.
I don't think the pink looks nice with the burgundy.
It does.
I don't think so. I don't like it. I'm gonna do these colors.
Everybody did their part. Nobody was lazy. Everybody did what they had to do, and everybody was friendly. There was no attitudes or no like beef between anybody, and that's how I like a free-flowing community, I guess.
If you want, I think it's good, but if you want me to put one, I will.
Well, when we first met at the lodge, we had a meeting and we discussed, you know, what the kids liked at the rec center, and the main subject was basketball. I wanted to kind of tie that in with your guys' theme, which was pretty much growth. For something to have a message, that really pushed me to say, all right, how can I combine basketball with growth? you know, because a lot of people use basketball as their mechanism to grow as a person. It definitely helped me become the person I am today, especially when it comes to art and sports. I think it's a great combination that people underestimate. I think a lot of athletes do need some type of creativity.
When we first decided that we were going to freehand paint the flowers at Campbell Street, it was almost more of an experimental process. I know that we like to say that it's just paint, so I wanted to make sure that the students had the opportunity to be able to fail in a sense, and not have the pressure of they have to spray paint for the first time and do it absolutely perfectly. So I wanted to really give them free rein to be able to just give it a try.
Working at the Campbell Street Center, you know, it was a whole different set of circumstances. You know, you've got people watching the kids paint, and people that are asking questions, and lots of kids, lots of children that are like so curious and so fascinated by these, you know, these teenagers with spray paint.
9 años.
¿Será que ella no iba a escuela?
Es pequeña.
Todo el mundo dice eso.
They have a lot of talent here. It's a lot of talent. They all have their own little style, and the only thing is that the kids here, they don't have as much confidence in themselves. That's why I always try and push them and tell them like, yo, you can do this better. You can use these colors more, or how to blend this.
Hope they get the fact that they can too do this, because we're like all teenagers. So they probably get a sense of, I guess, pride, or like they can do this too when they get older, or maybe when they are the age they are now.
I know for a fact, just seeing this art helps people think more positively. Maybe someone's having a bad day, or maybe someone's on their way to work and they gotta walk to work every single day. If they walk past this mural every day instead of a blank wall, I know they're gonna embrace things more positively, and then they're gonna emit that same energy upon the people that they walk by.
Hope, I guess, that you could be more than what you see, more than what you live in, and that you do have a true talent, I guess, because it took me a minute to realize I could really draw. Took a couple compliments, so yeah.
When we first started, I saw my role more as like an employer or a manager of the team, and that role really evolved as the program continued. And I sort of got an awareness of what this project really was, and it wasn't just so much about a job. We weren't just employers, we were also teachers in the sense of the artistic aspect. And then we were also mentors.
When you're in the program, you don't really understand what it's doing and what it's doing to you and what it's doing for the communities you're in. You're kind of just entrenched in it, you know, and there's so many moving parts, and even a couple days out, like sitting back and really thinking about the whole arc of the program and what we created, both physically and the experience, is just it's really powerful. And so I'd worked with youth before on, you know, one mural here or something here, but never like creating a team of youth, and I felt like that was truly amazing. I learned so much from them. I learned so much from my coworkers. Like it was incredible.
She mixed the green.
Good job.
She had mixed the green in too.
So I think she's trying, and I think she's doing a really good job.
My sister.
I think everyone's doing a really good job.
I think that's orange. That's orange. Well, I'm gonna color this one.